Well guys, here it is. It's the 2027 YZ250F. We're going to talk about it a little bit, give my first initial impressions of it. Rode it yesterday for the first time, and I'm actually really impressed with the little bit that I got to ride it, because if you've noticed, I haven't posted any videos lately. About 5 months I haven't put on a helmet and rode a dirt bike, haven't geared up, nothing. I have a thyroid issue, a hot nodule in my thyroid. It causes all this havoc, so hopefully that's going to be taken care of here soon, and by the fall time when it's cooler out, winter, get some more riding footage and a bunch more stuff going on. But that's not what this video is about. We will talk about what's new for this bike and what I like about it so far for the little bit that I rode it. My buddy rode it as well. He has a 25 YZ250F and he liked it a lot. He said he might want to go get himself a fresh YZ250F 2027. So, as you've all heard, all the media, brand new bike, new motor, new transmission, hydraulic clutch, pretty much everything's all new. New shock, new internal settings in the fork, everything. So, first off, let me just get this out of the way, because I'm like, I think Yamaha watched my video from the YZ250FX. They put the brake tip on here that is removable. Unbelievable. That's a big game changer right there for me, because I like to put bigger tips, and if this breaks, dents in, you don't have to replace the whole thing. You can just replace the tip. So that's exactly what she said. So, but other than that, hydraulic clutch, very nice. I can do both, but I definitely prefer the hydraulic clutch. I like KTMs a lot, so I'm just used to the hydro clutch. One downside that I have felt with this bike, I think it's a Yamaha thing, the brakes are very spongy. I tried bleeding them, I got them a little bit better. Had to clean the rotor too, because there was some grease on there and the stopping power was not that good. Hand clickers, front and rear, these have been on there for a couple years now, but we got hand clickers, bomb. And they got the finger follower valves instead of the buckets in the motor. So it is pretty nice. I'll just give you a little close-up, run around. It's pretty sweet. And I'll tell you what, this motor is much more quiet because they have to follow the 109 decibel for AMA. But if you're not pro and you don't need to do that nonsense, you can really uncork this bike and get the full potential out of it, because I think with it being corked up as it is now, it still has more power than the previous model, and it's more quiet, and 700 more RPMs. And yesterday when I was riding this thing just pulls. You don't have to shift as much. I noticed that. You can just rev it out. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, this is just a quick little video to go around because I haven't posted much. So it is 3 pounds heavier, that's what they say, probably because of the hydraulic clutch and all that and whatever else, but you don't really feel it. It still feels light, nimble like a Yamaha. The power characteristics, can't talk today. The power on this bike, my buddy got on, he said it felt more bottom end than his 25. Me personally, has plenty of power. It's smooth power. I was riding in the woods, so it might be different on a motocross track with deep sand. All these 250s struggle when it's in deeper, loamy conditions. But for what I was riding for the first time, plenty of power for the woods. I may, if I decide to keep this bike, we'll throw some handguards on it and maybe tailor it to the woods a little bit more, because that's what I like to do. And I'll still take it to a motocross track here and there. The suspension actually felt pretty good in the woods for a brand new bike, moto suspension. I softened up the clickers around 5 to 6 clicks up here and in the rear shock, and then the high speed, I went out about a half turn just to give it just some more suppleness, because you know motocross suspension's horrible in the woods for the most part with all the rough chop and roots. So it didn't feel that bad. So I think once it breaks in, once I get used to riding again, we'll give it another review and see how much I like it. But like I said, it's been a long time since I did a video We're waiting. I have a deposit on the new Kawasaki KX327X, the Woods model. So that's really my main focus. That's the bike I really want. I got this in the meantime because I do like the Yamahas. It's all new. And, you know, when the new bikes come out and they're all changed, I like to grab them. So, but that new Kawasaki two-stroke will be coming to this channel very soon. Hopefully the dealerships are saying by December, hopefully November maybe, but we'll see. But we will have that bike because that'll be the bike that I want the most. So I've never been more excited for a bike besides that new Kawi. So it'll be coming soon. But other than that, seat's the same on this bike, I believe. Same seat cover as the 26. As you can see in here, let me see, pop this off. I just got done cleaning it. So for the sound decibels, they have this dampening pad, keep sound down a little bit. And from what I heard is the airbox boot down in here, get the GYTR performance upgrade kit. I think it's the same one as the 450. Once you drop that in, because this is for sound regulations as well down in here. Once you put the performance one in, and then if you do the high flow kit in here that Tusk makes and what is it called? Twin Air. I mean, I think this thing will be a little mini monster. And then throw an FMF slip on when they come out with them. I think this bike will really wake up. But for the Woods, plenty of power, smooth linear power. I know on some videos people were saying that it sounded like it doesn't spool up as fast. I think that is just because of the quietness of the bike. It's not as like raspy and like, it just doesn't sound like the previous model. So, but it has the power. The power is there. I have been running it in the hard-hitting map. So no issues with power for me in the Woods. I haven't put it on a moto track, so it could be different once I get it on a moto track, but I don't think they're going to go backwards and make a slower bike than the previous model. I think Yamaha knows better than that. What I do wish though, I mean, this thing's pretty cool, but I've seen guys, they put a button, a push button. Yamaha should come with this from the factory, push it down, pops up, boom, because I don't know. That's just, it's not horrible, but see what I mean? Like, you just got to push it down, get the button, Yamaha, give the people what they want. Only other thing I can say with this bike, dude, if they put Brembo brakes on this, which will probably never happen, it'll be awesome. I know Chris Kiefer, he does the front brake mod with the, I think a KTM master cylinder, or a Brembo master cylinder from a KTM, and it'll stop that sponginess. But GYTR has, or is coming out with the GYTR front braided cable, so I might get that when it's available, because I don't like that sponginess. It's better than it was, but when you're used to using Brembo brakes on the KTMs and everything, it's just hard to go back. Rear brake actually feels really good. They went to a smaller rotor, and I definitely felt that it doesn't lock up, which is good. Like in hard pack condition and dusty conditions, it's a good feeling. Like I said, I'm not like a pro rider, but I can feel that those little changes. I've ridden enough new bikes to know what feels different compared to other bikes. I've ridden all these bikes. So my biggest complaint with the Yamahas in the past is just how loud they are. The exhausts are raspy. They're just so loud. I had a 24, absolutely hated it. It was slow and it was loud. So I didn't have that bike for long. So they fixed those issues. It's much more quiet. The other bike should come from the factory with earbuds. No one wants to hear that. Like it's, if you have one, you know. So nothing really else to really talk about besides, yeah, clutch cover is different because it has the hydraulic clutch. It's the same one that's on the 450. I believe the oil filter is the same. I don't think they would change that, so that'll be good. Suspension feels pretty good for being brand new, but yeah, I don't know, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are. Like I said, bottom end power to me is good for what I do. And it's a good motor. Yamaha knows what they're doing. Everything shifts smoothly. I don't think it's not like I'm needing more power, but I will probably do the mods. I'll get the Tusk high flow kit for in here. Gets rid of the backfire screen, because that makes a big difference on these Yamahas. And when they come out with the FMF slip-on, I'll probably get the slip-on just because it looks cool. It'll be lighter. probably sound cooler too. I mean, they always say get suspension done before your exhaust, but who knows? I don't think I'll have an issue. Who knows? Maybe I'll do suspension, set it for woods, and then get the exhaust anyway. We'll do it all. We'll see what happens. So we'll end the video here. Appreciate you guys watching the channel. It's been a long time, like I said. See how many likes I get on this video. If you guys want to know more and want to see more, I will, since I can't really ride too much at the moment, I won't mind letting my buddies race this bike. I'll let them race it and get their feedback. I'll put my my action camera on them, and maybe we could do some content like that and go from there. So like I said, be cool. I'll let them race it, ride it. I always like letting my friends ride my new bikes, so they get to test it out and see if they like stuff, and that's just half the fun for it. But appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you in the next video. We'll do another video soon on my dual sport, my KLX 300 dual sport that I love. So we'll check you out, guys. Have a good one and ride safe.